It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Bills 21, Chargers 7.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
On 2nd down, Eckler, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Now on is the punter long here as he sends this one away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely. Does because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now.
3 at the 25-yard line.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. He finds an opening past the 40. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Devin Singletary with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills will extend their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I get some more. I get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on the 17-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Chargers 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This taken in about 4 yards deep.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And fresh off the pick 6. They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defense.
It's a foot race. 20.
The greatest
10,
show on earth, baby.
5, touchdown, L.A. Austin Eckler with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Singletary, they'll run for it. Singletary, a first down and more. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
Here we go. Mike, check.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Out of bounds.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
He's going to go deep for Beasley. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play, unable to connect in that attempt.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Let's go, defense.
Throwing now is Allen. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out, and that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Allen, the intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Right back for Allen. This time he finds him complete.
Herbert's pass.
And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Eckler, the ball carrier. He was brought down by Josh Norman.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And this one will be brought back to the 22. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Allen. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. There he goes, right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. But they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
Time on, set to kick off.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this this first half of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 22. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing again. Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Herbert. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 35. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
On first down, Justin Herbert. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
A gain of 20.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Chargers.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They go play action here on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. He's at the 50, the 40, past the 20, 10, 5. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. The mistakes continuing to pile up, and it looked like they were going to be able to eat into that deficit. Instead, now the deficit is even larger.
Yeah, they were on a march with a chance to get back within a score, but now That deficit continues to grow.
The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Fresh off of 6 the other way, it's Herbert. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
7 at the 28-yard line.
Out of the gun, Herbert. Going deep here for Allen. It got his man complete.
Herbert's pass.
33 yards that time.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
Herbert has it knocked free. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked by Nick Vigil. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Now left side on the swing pass. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Chargers.
Operating from the gun, Herbert throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
First down.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. And that's into the hands of Eckler. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Mike Williams, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
And 2 yards to go.
Again, Herbert. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 30. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Chargers.
And Herbert able to get this one to Eckler out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down.
And now here is another interception. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball in a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Back around his goal line. Here's Allen. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on, come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Charger drive about to get going. The interception was a good starting point, but still a huge hill to climb with his 3-score deficit and time fading. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally. To the air, Allen. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise or throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Michael Davis. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air is going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself.
And now here is another interception. Teron Johnson able to pick it, and he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
And that will bump the lead up to 26.
Makes the score Bills 49, Chargers 23. For Buffalo.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Breaking that one up, the former All-Pro Josh Norman.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Ed Oliver coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up fourth.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. Third and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. Bills. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. This will be caught at about the 5. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where...
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Throwing again. Allen. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Michael Davis. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall. We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Play action. It's Herbert. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Joseph on the tackle.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
59's Mike, 59's Mike, check, 59. Here we go.
Throwing is Allen on third. Going deep for Diggs. And my goodness, another interception. Derwin James with a pick. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Herbert. Wide open. It's Allen, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
Henry.
That one goes for 24 yards.
And the Chargers first down.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Herbert on first down now. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
And the lead drops from 34 to 27. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Check 56. You got nothing today.
Now Allen going to give it to Moss. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
The ball carrier.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. Flushed out right. He'll run it. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Check 59. Mike is 59.
Singletary here running out of the gun. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They'll give him a yard on the play. And the Bills will move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line. So Allen's going to look to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Tyler Bass now for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Makes the score Bills 64, Chargers 30. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Mike Williams. Incomplete. Micah Hyde on the coverage.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Herbert. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Mike Williams. Incomplete. He was covered by Josh Norman.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Herbert back to the air. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there, and boy, it was pretty.
Now the Charger offense will stay on the field as they'll line up to go for the 2-point try. They're going to try and run, and he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game.
Today's final score, Bills 64.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. Fields it in the middle of the end zone.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
First carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Johnson, the ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Watson, he fakes to Johnson and now looks to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
That's a 46.
On this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. From the gun, here's Watson. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about... the 43-yard line.
T.J. Watt brought down back at the 43-yard line.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Another try after the first down sack. Watson eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. T.J. Watt in there again as he's able to pick up sacks on both 1st and 2nd down.
3rd down.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. A shotgun snap for Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Taken in at the 11. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll run for the first time with James Conner. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
He's brought down at the
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run with the NC State man. It's Jalen Samuels. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Roethlisberger going to get that to Ebron. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Shotgun handoff to Samuels. And this is going to be a Steelers 1st down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And a Steeler 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run with Samuels. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
The ball carrier.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he will have a Steelers 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
1st down, Steelers.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that?
This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
32. First down, Pittsburgh.
We're scoreless after one.
Quarter with no score.
Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Samuels. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Oh, yes, this is what the good ones do. He used his legs to buy a little bit more time rolling to his left. And at one point, he flipped the switch from passer to runner, and he got a pretty good gain out of it.
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. They'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction.
3 yards.
Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. And the former Rice Al Boswell puts this one through in his return to Houston. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
1st and 10 at the
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Steelers' 12-yard line. Out
of the gun, Watson. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Steps away to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Able to find a seam for 14 yards, but still now facing a 4th down after the scramble.
And goal.
So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that will tie us at 3-3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. On 1st and 10 is counter. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. And even 60 yards for him on the ground.
6-yard line.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. They'll run here with counter. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 2nd and goal from the 1. Roethlisberger keeps it, and he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Ben Roethlisberger keeping it himself from a yard out, and the Steelers have taken the lead. So it was 2nd and goal, still had a couple of downs to work with. They tried to sneak, and they got in.
I like the idea that they did it early in the down and distance count. 2nd down as opposed to waiting later on. I think it fooled them a little bit, but how about the push they got up front to get the quarterback through?
Big push and a touchdown to boot. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one 28 yards on the ground. Looked like they picked a heck of a time to run the counter.
And we've been saying that in this great game of football probably since we started playing. Anytime you get guys thinking you're going to go one way and you hit back the opposite side, it's a great chance it can turn into the type of play we just saw there, a big gainer.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Here's Watson. Screen play, Johnson. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson, finding fouls complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st down, Watson. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The end result, 21 yards.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion, really good pickup.
I got you. Mike 51, Mike 51. Quit talking about it.
Watson looks to throw again. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
1st and 10 at their own 8-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
And they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check cross, check 50. Hey, alert.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
And to kick off for Houston.
So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19.
so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Third quarter starts with a run from Connor. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece.
That ties the game at 10. Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Back to the air, Roethlisberger after the pick six. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Powerful running. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. This is Samuels. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. All told, a 54-yard punt, 13 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Here we go.
bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Watson to give. This is Johnson. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Number 31.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. This is Johnson. He's got it.
That's good.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3-and-out. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41.
The ball carrier.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
3 brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Fuller. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 59 yards. And the Texans have broken the tie. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And remember what I said? It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I have looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. He's going to air one out. And that's caught at the 25. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Deontay Johnson, 75 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Catch made at the 25-yard line. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. Now they go screen, it's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, that play really didn't fool them. They completed the screen pass, but for lost yardage, a really nice play by the defense.
Watson on 3rd down. And he'll find Akins there, complete.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion. On first down, it's Johnson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is second and 10. Here's Watson. Quick hitch, complete. It's Fuller. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up third and 2.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. Operating from the gun, Watson. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Bill O'Brien, an offensive mind, and he's going to trust his offense here. They're going for it on 4. They run. It's Johnson. And this winds up a disaster. Nowhere near the marker. David Johnson denied here on the 4th down run. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll run on first down. It's Connor. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
Ball carrier.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
2 things to watch. First is strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
This time, Roethlisberger will throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Flush to his right. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? On first down,
It's Johnson. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And 11 at the 21-yard line.
Second and 11. On the jet sweep, they get this to Cooks. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Watson. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it, happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice.
You can't block me. Easy, easy. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
Touchdown, Texans.
Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Whitney Merciless showing no mercy. Flies in for the sack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Another try after the 1st down sack. Roethlisberger in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
After the interception, here's Watson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared.
He's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
First down, Pittsburgh.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Chase Claypool, the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Ebron caught left side. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
And the Steeler 1st down.
So look at this. They'll go for a field goal now to get within a score. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And the former Rice Al Boswell puts this one through in his return to Houston. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position with all 3 timeouts. I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Taken down.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
45-yard line.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing now, Watson. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time...
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Now Watson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. I'm surprised with the lead in a one-score game this late. They're even putting the ball in the air in that situation.
Almost makes me feel like the head coach might be second-guessing himself by not clicking on and saying, all we're doing is running it here. But give credit to the guys on defense. They made a play that they absolutely had to have to give themselves a chance to be in this game.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
First down, Steelers.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now this time he'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read and it's picked off.
Intercepted. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And got his man complete.
Prime time,
20,
baby.
10. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line.
Today's final score.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.